Hi, I'm Alicia, aka Rhapsody, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review with swatches for you of BH Cosmetics Galaxy Chic panel. Of BH Cosmetics Galaxy Chic palette. I guess it could be Galaxy Chic. I think it's Galaxy Chic. At any rate, this is a really cool palette with a space theme, and who can resist a space-themed eyeshadow palette? Really, all of the eyeshadows are named for planets and celestial bodies, and it comes with a mirror. And this whole thing, it really reminds me of that old video game, Space Channel 5, if anyone remembers that. They probably don't, I'm ancient. My cats are crazy. But it was just too fun to pass up. I think I paid maybe $12. BH Cosmetics is an online brand that's really very affordable. They're pretty much just discount makeup. All of their palettes are quite inexpensive, and they're constantly running sales on their website as well. Plus, I think you can always get a 7.5% cash back discount if you have eBay. So it's a very affordable brand, and I just couldn't resist this fun palette, and I wanted to share it with you guys. These are all baked eyeshadows, so they can be worn wet or dry. This is not what I'm wearing on my eyes today. However, I have done looks with it in the past. I'll insert a picture of an eye look I've done with this palette in the past here. There we go. And so I'm going to swatch these both wet and dry for you guys so that you can see the difference, and see if this is one that you want to pick up or want to skip. So the first shade is simply called Sun, and you can see that in the palette it looks like it's like a deep red with gold swirled through it, and that's how it swatches. Now, because of the marbling in these, the swatches, you know, are going to vary a bit. There's wet. It's like playing with watercolors as a kid. The next one is Jupiter, which is kind of a solid red shade. That's what it looks like. Swatched dry. Wet. Prometheus. Aphrodite. It's quite pretty. You can see there are a lot of very warm tones in this palette. That's wet. Milky Way. Very pretty lavender color swatched out like that. Looks like you get more silver when you apply it wet. You get more silver. Next we have Cosmic. Another purple shade. Quite pretty. Oh, I really like that one wet. Well, Milky Way looks more silver wet. Cosmic looks more purple wet. Interesting. Alright, so that is your first row. Wet and dry. That's the first row. And we're going to move on to our second row, which has a lot of blues. Alright, Mercury is a gold with some red marbling. You can see it on my finger. You can see the marbling on my finger. There we have Mercury. More like a highlight wet. Mars looks very orange. Very metallic orange. Really, really nice if you can pull orange off, which I can't, but I'd still appreciate it as a color. That's wet. Alright, Asteroid is a nice marbled pale blue. Looks like that. And it's much more silvery when wet. Is a more blue-green. That's wet. Moon is a very baby blue. Wet. And Pluto is like a blue with purple undertones. It is dry and wet. Not that different wet. And that is the second row. So that was our second row, and we're moving on to the last row. Oh, how frustrating. So it looks like I was reading the wrong names because I was reading below when I should have been reading above. So I will make the corrections in print rather than refilming everything and move on from there. So sorry about that. I was wondering why Moon looked like the Earth. Alas. Alright, so this is Mercury. Coppery shade. Looks like some of those blues dyed my hand. And this is Mars. The orange was actually Venus. And this is more of a reddish copper, which makes sense for Mars. It's far less pigmented when you wet it. And this is Asteroid. Which is really a complex color. I really like this one. Yeah. Like brown and blue and purple. It's very interesting. And there it is, wet. Just seems to have brightened it up a little bit. All right, Electra. We have another blue here. Shimmery metallic blue and wet. Maybe a little more silver wet. We have Moon. It's like silver with a purple undertone. It's interesting. Looks more straight silver when you wet it. And finally, the true Pluto. What I called Pluto before was actually Neptune. This is the true Pluto. And we'll put that here. And that's kind of a silvery purple. And there it is, wet. So that is the final row of Galaxy Chic palette. So all told, you get 18 baked eyeshadows. Now obviously if you don't like metallics, you won't like this palette. Everything is very metallic. That being said, it's certainly an interesting palette. It's different. If you like playing with makeup, you know, if you're utilitarian and you just like your neutrals, move on. If you like playing with makeup, well, this is fun to play with. I like playing with makeup. So here I am with this palette. It is, it's not actually a perfect match for me because, as you saw, there are a lot of warmer tone shades in here. The reds and oranges are not a great match for cooler skin tones. If you have darker skin tones, I would say this is actually kind of an even mix. The top half of the palette would suit darker skin tones well, and the bottom half would suit the cooler skin tones better. I hope these swatches will be helpful to you if you're considering picking up this palette. It's fun to play with. If you have not yet hit that subscribe button, please do, and I hope that you will come on many more makeup adventures with me in the future. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.